Before we begin today's video, I would like to start off with that we have not seen everything from the lineup just yet. They are waiting on a few online onlys. With that being said, I know I said I wasn't going to be cursing on this channel much anymore due to some feedback from parents and fans, but who the fuck asked to bring back Roaming Antique Doll? No one in the whole 50 states. Who? No one in all 7 nations. There's not in any large body of water, not even on Mars or the solar system. Who asked for this? There have been people demanding for Barnyard Butcher. I demanded Barnyard Butcher. There have been people demanding Pumpkin Nester. I demanded Pumpkin Nester. Who? Who asked? Who? What is going on, guys? Number one Betty Sharp hater 444 here, back at you with a new tier list. So as you guys probably know, I'm sure, Spear Halloween has released another big batch of props. Not officially, they were all pretty much leaked, but we were able to get some great new videos, seeing some new unseen stuff, and we also got a few more confirmations on some online only pieces. Like the intro stated, they brought back Antique Doll for no reason at all, which I thought was horrible. But yeah, there's not really much for me to say. This is another classic old tier list video. I will be linking the tier list down below. Credit to Gino Horner for making this finally solid tier list with every prop in it. I've been looking for one forever because I didn't feel like making one. And yeah, not much for me to say. Let's get it to it. So I'm going to be doing this in a different format. I'm really going to try and like fast pace all of these and not spend too much time on each one. But Reagan, B tier, audio is horrible. Who voice acted this? No, this is not good. Voice acting terrible. Looks great until you get to like the bottom of the dress, and the fact that there's no vomit just does not. That's like a key detail, and you completely missed like a key detail that wouldn't even be that hard to add. The Pazuzu projection looks better than what I expected. I'll give them that. Motion's fine, but 280, and that's all it does. No, I can't slap for it, but I'll give it B tier. Will I cop? No, but it is solid. Alright, so we got one of the new ones. Creeper. Something Creeper something, I don't know. This thing is useless. No, why? It's so stupid. Like, it shouldn't even be in, like, the life-size area. Like, this feels like it would be something that they put with, like, the Trick-or-Treater and the Doll Greeter from last year. Like, this is boring. And it's probably, like, $100. And it's, like, 3 feet tall. That's all it does. I don't get the point of this thing. I think it's poopy. Betty Sharp, as you guys just saw from the intro, I love this prop. This prop is great. There is nothing wrong with this prop at all. This is perfection. The bag moving, that's all it needs to do for 170. I think 170 is actually asking too much less. This really should have been $300. It's perfection. The face looks great. The blood looks so good on the face. You know, audio amazing. I really do think that this is the greatest prop of all time. Alright, Bog Zombie. I really like Bog Zombie a lot, actually. I was always a fan of him since the manual leaks. I thought he was a pretty interesting one, even though we didn't know what he did. But seeing him on video finally, he's one of my favorites of the year, for sure. I do think he's a very, very good prop. Not like the best thing ever. I wouldn't even say like top 10 zombies, really, but like, I think he's cool. Maybe a cop. Maybe a cop. Yeah, I think he's solid. Monty, another one that I really like, though I get his flaws. Too slow. The hand symbol should have been a little bit faster. Visually stunning. Looks great. Said that in my thoughts video. Yeah, he is solid. But 300 is terrible. That is a horrendous price. Young Crouchy is another greatest prop of all time contender. I do really think that this prop is something special, and I mean that in the worst way possible. Young Crouchy does not need to exist. Spoilers ahead, I love the Strawman, but they had Strawman in box, and they had the Widow online. But they put this, and then they put Barry in stores. And then they set it up. Who asked? No one asked for that. Just bring the regular Crouchy back. Who asked for a mini one that's $70 less and it's half the size? Who asked? I cannot stress this enough. Who asked? I didn't. Bag of Bones, trash. Audio, mosh posh of audio. Techie cooked this one up last minute in the pot that they also cook up methamphetamines in. Not a fan at all. The Spirit branding also looks really stupid. That could have done a little bit better if they just didn't have the Jack the Reaper logo smacked on there. Yeah, not feeling it. The Widow. This one's cool. It's another one that I've been interested in since the first teaser, and then we saw her in 1031. I was like, wow, this smacks. And then I see her full video. I take some time. I look at her in details. She is so realistic looking. The motion is so creepy. That is so disturbing. Audio is kind of meh, but I think the neck cracking noises when it snaps and retracts looks very, very good and sounds oddly satisfying. But she is really disturbing, and I love her to death. She is definitely my second favorite of the year, second to the Strawman. Strawman is like top 2 or 3 of the year overall. I got it behind Teary and the Popcorn Clown. Might be better than Teary, but this guy is kick-ass. Love the Strawman. I think he's a perfect prop. Servo's great. $300, not too bad, I guess, but once again, they put this in box, and they put Young Crouchy on the setup. They decided that it would be better to market Young Crouchy than it would be to market the Strawman and the Widow. They put the Widow online. I kind of get that though. She is really disturbing for Modern Spirit, but Strawman. They put, like, I can't process that. Like, who? The PR team and the designers just need fired. They need to get a whole new PR team and a whole new design team. That shit fell the fuck off after Mike left. I'm sorry. Dr. Alum. This prop is mid. I hate using that word, but like, I see this and I'm like, wow, this is so boring and it could have been so cool. Well, I mean, the programming looks better in the video, but then as soon as people actually got him, like, the programming sucks on the lights, and it just doesn't, it looks really cheap. Yeah, not a fan of this one, and I'm also not a fan of Tombstone Terror. This thing is also poopy. Spirit should not be selling props of this grade. This is a billion-dollar company that revolves around making excellent decor for retail home haunters and people that just want to decorate. Why are you... This is something that should be at, like, Walgreens or CVS or Home Depot like 5 years ago. Why are you selling this? You can do better. Who? Granted, it's $100, not even. I think it's 90. So you're getting what you pay for at least, which is nice. But like, still, not a good prop either. And I feel that Jerry is also really trash. Jerry is trash. Another one that's definitely wasted potential. It looks like a party time factory throwaway. It looks like it belongs on Haunted Hill Farm. This is another Woe one. I will say, IRL though, the head doesn't look as bad, but like, that's it. The arm having a wound is cool, but there's like no blood on the body anywhere. I don't know. Not a fan of that one either. I think he's pretty poop. Lucky Bottoms is one that actually impressed me a little bit. I do like me some Lucky Bottoms. I think his audio is really nice. Really like that laugh. That laugh is so sinister. He's cool. I mean, like I said in my thoughts video, he is kind of just, I don't know how I feel about him being a groundbreaker. I think he would have been a cool life size actually. But yeah, I mean, he's cool. Will I cop? Maybe on the off sale, but not dying for this one. But I think he's still a really solid piece. Mr. Punchy. I don't understand why this thing has a cult-like fan base. Like, I would probably have it in like a C tier, but the fact that people like this thing so much, just, I can't process it. How do you like this? I respect all opinions, except for the ones about Mr. Punchy. You could like any prop on this list. You could have the Creeper in S. I wouldn't care. But I don't understand why people like Mr. Punchy. Mr. Punchy is like the Yeezus of the Halloween industry. Why is a billion-dollar company moshing and all the experimenting with wire mask lights on the face and inflatable balls and having Crouchy's big monster hands on a CCL like bowling ball? I see what they were going for, but they just fell flat on their face, and I do not understand why this thing has such a cult-like fan base, and it's it's almost $300. That is horrible. Reagan is more worth the price than Mr. Punchy. I will say that. I will say Monty is more worth the price. However, this next one is not worth his price at all. Nozzles the Clown is another prop with really, really lost potential. His audio is not good. I do not like the audio that they played in the sneak peek. His body's like really off proportions, and I know that I'm one of those people that's like, dude, it doesn't need to be proportionate, but like the torso is too small. I feel like he was supposed to be towering, and they just had to cut it last minute because it didn't fit under his riser. I don't know. He's one that I'm not too fond of, but I think he really could have been like an S tier prop. Like, he could have been great. And by all means, he should have been great. He could have been top 10 in the year, but they kind of just fell flat on their face. I mean, the fact that he is not he doesn't have a moving mouth, I think he really should have had one. And I saw some people say like, oh, if the fact that it doesn't have a moving mouth is smart because it's latex, it won't rot now. Because if it was like, that's SVI's fault. Go back to vinyl. Stop using latex. It's literally cheaper to use vinyl. I don't understand Halloween companies. Lord Raven. Lord Raven is cool. I do really like him. The motion is very, very nice. It's just nice to watch. I think he's really... It's weird to say that he's satisfying to look at. And audio, solid, not bad. It's really hard to use a prop like him though, because he's so specific, especially with his phrases. And that's kind of like my big drawback from him. And also just the fact that he's 6 foot. I said this in my thoughts video. Watch that if you haven't, because that video flopped. He's supposed to... I feel like he's supposed to be towering. Same with Nozzles. They could have been good 6'5", 7 foot props. And they're both way, way overpriced. That's my thoughts. Lil Skelly. Another big old letdown. I like the fact that they tried to bring back Skelly more than I like the fact that they tried to bring back Crouchy. I like this... The concept is there. The jump scare is whatever. I think I was kind of expecting that, but my issue comes with... I like how they got the original voice actor, but the audio is just not good. And like his noise that he makes when he jumps, like rah, like he sounds like a little baby boy. And it's just, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it much at all. I think that he could have been great, but they kind of just fell flat on their face with this one. Oh well, I guess. Yeah. Lil Skelly, not a fan, especially for 170. And finally, we got Possessed Pumpkin. And this one makes me really sad. It really, really does. He was so close. He was inches away from being another top 10 of the year prop overall. Like, he was this close. Like, he was inches away. The lights, I could pass the lights. The lights, I could go with or without. I could just unplug them if I did not like them. But he sounds like the Cookie Monster. Who at Spirit thought it would be a good idea to have this imposing, horrifying sculpt? The sculpt is so badass. Who thought it was a good idea to make him talk like that? He sounds like Bowser from Mario Sunshine. He sounds like the Cookie Monster. He sounds like the Collector off of a Perk 30. Like, Party Time just fell flat on their face with this thing. Like, this thing had so much potential to be great, even as just being a Crouchy reskin, and they just fell flat. And it makes me sad because in the manual leaks and stuff, I loved this dude. I loved him. He was borderline S tier. The outfit's not good either, but he just, I was so disappointed in him, dude. I was getting iffy about him because when I heard his laugh, and I was kind of just hoping it was like a one-off thing and just sounded weird because it was a weird video. And that ended up not being the case, and I was really sad. I was really sad. I'm really disappointed. And not just Possessed Pumpkin, but this lineup overall. This lineup, in my personal opinion, is the worst lineup Spirit has ever put out since making in-store experiences. I really do think that they just fell flat hard, and I understand, and I hope people understand this too. I'm assuming they don't, because a lot of this community is little kids. This isn't all their fault. Shipping issues, lack of people in the workforce, inflation is really affecting a lot of this lineup this year. They were really trying to rush stuff out, and I really wish that they had put a little bit more thought. Like, the fact that there are teenagers that are making better lineups on Roblox than what you guys are in real life is really a testament to how behind the PR team and how far behind the designers are in just what people want to see. And it's not like, oh, you know, the Haunters make up such a small percentage. It's not just that. I can't really see home Haunters having a lot of this stuff. I know that, like, Haunters themselves make up very small fractions, but, like, I don't see a lot of these selling well. Just in general. They're all just really bad, except for a few. And it's just, I don't know. This year fell flat on its face. It's not like the worst year of all time, but I would fairly say that this is like a C-tier year overall. I think they really did fall flat on their face, and I do not like this year. I think that there was some great props to come out of it. Like I said, the A and S tier props I think are great. I would consider buying all 6. I would consider buying all 6. But they just really did not hit it in the park this year, and I'm hoping that next year is better. It really feels like this was Mike Krall's... If this was Mike Krall's departure, like, I'm scared. I'm scared for what next year is going to bring. And I hope that in the future they will be better. And I hope that this year is kind of just a way to prove a lot of the community's points that this is not a good year. You're allowed to like whatever you want. If you think that this is like the best year of all time, go ahead. I'm going to disagree with you. And if you're my friend and you think that, I'm going to bully the hell out of you. But I just don't. I don't really know what happened, other than, like I said it's not their fault completely, but, like, I think that they could do better than this. Really, I really do think that. And the fact that the way to hold us over was Dr. Alum and Jerry, like, it was like this year was a bad year from the start. Yeah, I'm Spooky Guy 444. Spirit Corporate probably hates me, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.